This episode of Another Great Day is brought to you by Gatorade, liquid assistance for alligators. Yeah, it's Tuesday, January 16, 2024.
You know, we gotta help those alligators.
Yeah, well, they're dehydrated, despite all that time they spend in the swamp.
Oh, it's true. It's true.
They need to get some blue Gatorade, I guess. Anyways, all right, I'm Aaron, and this is Chris. Welcome back to Another Great Day podcast, a podcast designed to encourage alligator hydration.
All those gators out there listening, please hydro homie.
Yeah, seriously, and don't bite us.
Aaron.
Yes, Chris.
One of the things I love about this podcast, I know we were just talking about other things.
Yeah.
I love that I get to sometimes trap you with silly words.
Ooh,
That's
yes.
right. I trick you, and I write silly things in, and you just read it. And
It's true.
It makes a silly thing.
Yep, I get in the rut, and I just go, I'm reading this. I don't even look up. But you know what? Unlike the Coyote from Loony Tunes, Wile E. Coyote, you're not ever trying to blow me up.
No.
Dynamite.
I don't have dynamite. Nope.
You're not trying to trap me like under a boulder as I'm running by.
I do not work for Acme Corps.
I'm glad. There was actually a movie that they never released called Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, and it was going to be like a cartoon, like a Roger Rabbit style court drama with Wile E. Coyote and I think it was Jason Sudeikis or somebody like that as the lawyer.
Really funny.
Going to court to sue Acme over all the products that have backfired on him as he's tried to catch the Roadrunner.
That is funny.
Yes. Anyways, not a great plan, Coyote guy. Use different products, maybe.
Well, so speaking of that boulder that crushes people sometimes,
yes.
Coyote.
Yes.
Our word of the day.
Yes, that's right, everybody. It's time for the word of the day.
And today's word of the day is inertia.
Inertia, Chris?
Inertia.
What does that mean?
So I got tiered levels of definitions.
Please,
That's right.
Don't cry. Don't cry.
Don't
No
cry.
need for tears here.
So the very top level is inertia is resistance to a change in motion.
So
If that's confusing, we're going to keep going.
I'm not moving. I refuse to move along.
The next level is things that are at rest, stay at rest.
Okay.
Things that are moving, stay moving. This is the idea of inertia.
Okay.
So
I'll roll with you on this.
All right, now we're going to have a story time.
And now, inertia story time.
In fact, so much story, we're going to make a song. Make a song happen out of it.
Here it goes.
If I can find the buttons for the songs. 3, 2. Here we go.
Drop the beat.
It's a adventure-y medieval song. It is a beat, actually.
All right.
Here we
I
go.
like this.
In an epic adventure, envision inertia as the daunting challenge one faces when confronting a battle-hardened knight. His shield might boast... This is like an adventure game, a video game. I'm imagining.
Okay.
This is the imagination. Imagine you're in a video adventure game, and a shield of a knight has a defense of 10. To break that defense, you must be bigger. So maybe you hit it with 11.
Oh, wow.
So you can get over the defense.
Like it.
This concept mirrors the struggle against inertia. And here's two scenarios. One where you're still, and one where you're in motion. You're moving.
Okay,
Here's
I'm
the
sitting
first
in a
one.
chair
No.
versus riding on a skateboard.
Yeah, so here are the scenarios. Which
Oh,
I thought
okay,
they were
sorry.
very funny.
My bad.
Ready for this? Picture a valiant warrior. Eugene.
It is I, Eugene. Hello.
And you, Eugene, are sitting frozen on a swing in the midst of an ancient forest.
It is very cold, and I shall sit down and have a thought.
You're just on the swing in the middle of the forest alone.
The birds
Which-
are chirping.
Which I
There's
thought-
a wallaby and a koala.
Which I thought would be a funny visual for like a big knight with armor
Ching,
on like,
ching,
a
ching,
little kid
ching.
swing or something in the middle of a forest.
Huh.
Okay.
I'll eat my peanut butter and jelly now.
Yes. A little Miss Muppet, sat on a puppet. To jolt this hero into motion, you must push. Let's say that's a force of 5. You need to be higher than 5 to break the inertia of stillness.
I, Eugene, require a push of level 6. Can any forest creature help and assist me?
There's There's not any currently. You're going to sit there, Eugene. I'm sorry.
I shall remain still.
And your inertia.
Inert, if I may.
That's it. Inert. Another form of the word inertia. All right. The other version of this is when you are moving. So here we go. In contrast, envision a runaway carriage hurtling down a slope toward a bustling village market. Oh no.
Upon my word.
If you were to try and halt this uncontrollable wagon, it would demand a strong effort. Let's say something like 20.
Whoa,
You have to be really strong to stop this. This is all, video game numbers, so this is not real life. But, so, you, to overcome the inertia that it currently has, let's say its inertia is 20 coming down the hill, you'd have to be even stronger than that. You'd have to have like a brakes, per se.
Well, I, Eugene, have the power of 5 to stop a carriage, so I will require 4 more knights with level 5 stopping power,
Yes,
plus 1 other person to overcome the power of 20.
So to bring the carriage to a halt, we have to have, I guess 5
Plus
knights.
a very small monkey who is capable of pushing as well.
All right. And so that is our fantasy explanation of inertia. But then there's a parent alert. Parents, listen up.
Wee 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 wee. That's the parent alert sound.
The parent alert is like the ding from your coffee maker or something, or I don't know. The car keys making the ding noise when you're like opening the door and the car key is still in the hole. Anyway,
Yes.
Parent alert. Some of you have made goals at the beginning of the year.
Perhaps resolutions,
Yes.
Chris.
Yes, some people do this New Year thing. So it's to stay motivated with your goals, it's essential to keep a little motion going, to keep your inertia in motion. So here's my encouragement to you. If you have a goal and you don't feel like doing it, just do a little bit of it to keep the motion going.
Ooh, I like
to keep your inertia in motion and not have to get started from a stopped position.
Because it's easier to keep going
Yes.
than to stop entirely and start again.
That's right.
Yes. Excellent.
This is also for kids, but I thought I, as an adult, probably need to hear this.
And I, Eugene, agree. This has been quite delightful, and I shall now joust with inertia.
Oh.
Not ceasing.
Cling, cling.
I
cling,
will ride all the way
cling.
to Sonic and order a chili cheese coney. Good day.
That will bring us to this day in history.
Thanks, Eugene. All right, and thank you, Chris, for that explanation of inertia. We're going to start calling you Professor Taylor from now on.
Inert Taylor.
Mr. Wizard.
Oh, no. On today's date, in 1909, 3 members of the Ernest Shackleton expedition to Antarctica.
Whoa.
These members were a man named Edgeworth.
It is I, Edgeworth David.
What a name. Douglas Mawson and...
I am Alistair Mackay.
And they raised the British flag and took a photograph to commemorate the moment that they thought they had reached the South Pole.
They said, this'll do.
they tried their very best, but they reached the magnetic South Pole.
Oh, interesting.
Yes, so now we're going to learn why there's a different South Pole.
What?
What?
Yes, breaking news.
Yeah, there's not just one. There's a magnetic and a geographic.
Get out of town.
So your compass points toward the magnetic poles.
Yes, so you have a compass and it moves. Magnetic north, magnetic south.
Yes.
Yep.
If you were to follow that to the very southernmost part of the world, it would be different on different days.
Why, Chris? Do
That's
we know why?
We know why.
Ah!
And it has to do with inertia.
Oh, no way. You're kidding.
I'm not kidding.
Eugene, are you hearing this? Upon my word.
So the true polar, it's called polar wander.
Whoa.
Where the magnetic poles, the South Pole, North Pole, move because in the middle of the Earth, there is a gigantic mass of molten metal rock that is slightly moving because it's liquid rock.
My mouth is open in amazement.
And it moves to the left and the right. And that changes.
It's doing the Cupid shuffle.
Because the Earth is spinning, it moves.
Wow.
So imagine like a snow globe or something inside of like we're on the outside of it. The stuff on the inside moves a little bit.
Whoa.
Yes, it's constantly moving.
This is
so
crazy.
Wherever the most of the mass is where the point points to. There is a geographic South Pole, North Pole that do not change.
Whoa.
The geographic is just us marking lines on the Earth on a map.
How?
You can go there specifically.
This is amazing.
But the magnetic one moves.
Wow, that is so cool.
And they call it polar wander.
All right, kids. So when you get to science class today or tomorrow, ask your science teacher about polar wandering and see how they react.
Yeah, they may have to go look it up. I don't know. I never knew about this.
You may encourage some fun discussions in your science class.
Yeah, if they start talking about magnetism and using a compass to go north and south, you can bring up polar wander and be like, well, you can push your glasses up your nose a little
well, actually.
Yeah, maybe you don't want to be that kid. But.
No, but you could say, fun fact, everybody. All right, well, that'll do it for this day in history and take us on to the green pastures of this question of the day. I almost said this day in history. Today's question of the day.
Today's question of the day is quite silly. Almost nothing to do with anything else.
All right, well.
Almost.
Maybe Eugene could come back and write in and read it to us. What do you think?
All right, sure. Eugene, are you there? Can you read us the question?
I'm just left my horse outside. All right, boys. If you were in an ice cream truck that could float like a boat and were tasked with trapping or catching fish, what would you use from the truck to catch fish? Chris, this is Poppycock and Balderdash.
A very silly question.
I bid you a good day.
All right, people listening at home, take a pause.
Yeah, hit that pause button.
Discuss. All right.
All right,
Aaron.
so if I were a floating ice cream truck,
Yes.
I think they actually have this.
Like they're just ice cream boats?
I think Wes was telling us that when they were in Mexico, there was like a guy that no, I saw it on Instagram. This dude was just going to different marinas
Oh, okay.
on his boat, and he had a cooler of ice cream, and he was selling it from the boat. That's amazing. But I have to catch fish, okay?
Yeah.
What would I use?
It's an actual ice cream truck. So, like, it has noise. It has a bunch of pictures on the side that say, here's the snow cones, the Pokemon and SpongeBob SquarePants or whatever.
Well, the jingle of the truck would be the famous Homestar Runner Strong Bad jingle of "Come on, get in the boat, fish, come on, get in the boat, fish." It would just play that incessantly, which would cause the the fish to obey, and they would just leap into my boat, and I would catch them.
Wow, your melodic trap and catch is great.
I think technically he said it was a lure.
Oh, you made me forget what I was thinking.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. We're in a boat. No, we're in an ice cream. I was imagining that one of the flavors might be great. What flavor of ice cream? Or what? Because they come in like cones and like little shapes of things.
Rocky Road. Because it's got marshmallows and pecans in it. Or walnuts. And I think the fish might be attracted to that.
What if I do a decoy fish?
Ooh.
A decoy, yeah. Decoy fish, is SpongeBob. He's not a fish. Sponges aren't fishes.
Is a sponge a fish? It's an aquatic
plant
creature.
Animal?
I mean, I don't know.
I'm not.
We're not biologists.
We're not marine biologists. We didn't research this one.
Ask us about inertia, not about what animals are animals.
So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the SpongeBob SquarePants ice cream thing.
I thought of that too.
Just put it in the water and be like, "Hey, I'm SpongeBob. Where's Mr. Squidward?" and, yes, and that will of course bring all the fish.
Oh, that's amazing! I love it. All right, well, if you guys have a trick for tricking fish into your boat, let us know in the poll below if it's working. Come on, Spotify. All right, well, great talk today, Chris. That was fun. I like that. And thank you, Eugene, for your help with that question. Let's go ahead and tune in and take a quick break out in the field with our Dad Joke Correspondent on location. I believe he's coming to us live from Machu Picchu. Take it away, Wes.
Hey there, Aaron. Hey, Chris. So, man, the weather, it's looking ominous. So I asked Siri, I said, surely it's not going to rain today. And she replied, yes, it is, and don't call me Shirley.
Oh.
That's when I realized I left my plane in airplane mode. Have another great day.
Mode. Oh, man.
Oh, it's always good.
He went for it.
Man.
All the way.
High alert today for good jokes. All right, well, that'll bring us to today's word of wisdom. We're trekking through the book of Proverbs. We're in chapter 26, and we'll be reading verses 27 and 28. If you're just joining us, Chris will read the New Living Translation. I'll read the Amplified. Take it away, Chris.
All right. 27:28. If you set a trap for others, you'll get caught in it yourself. Whoa. If you roll a boulder down on others, similar to a wagon hurtling toward a marketplace, it will crush you instead. Don't roll boulders on others.
Don't do that.
A lying tongue hates its victims, and flattering words cause ruin.
Yikes and ouch. Whoever digs a pit for another man's feet will fall into it, and he who rolls a stone up a hill to do mischief, it will come back on him. A lying tongue hates those it wounds and crushes, and a flattering mouth works ruin. So just like earlier in the show, we're talking about those traps people were setting, the verbal traps,
That's right.
but also the Wile E. Coyote, Roadrunner, Acme traps.
Yep.
Those tend to backfire on the coyote.
It's true.
It seems like whoever used to write those Looney Tunes must have read the book of Proverbs.
It's possible. It's very possible.
Awesome. All right, well, let's hit the music, Chris, and call it a day. All right, our mission here on Another Great Day is to encourage a lot of fun and a lot of education, and mainly conversation. We want you guys talking to each other. Take all these breaks to tune in with one another.
And, we thank you for listening to us. If you like any of this that you're hearing, please go to the rating deal with the stars and the little buttons and say, yo, you're doing a good job. We recommend it.
If you could do it verbatim, that'd be great.
Verbatim.
Yeah. Look to your left, look to your right. Tell a friend about Another Great Day podcast.
Hot chocolate. Nope.
Well, most importantly, we hope that you make it another
Great day.
See you tomorrow.
Eugene. And
I don't think you're
Whenever
ready
you're
for
ready.
this podcast. I don't think you're ready for this podcast.
I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
The end.